Alrighty, let's take a look at the Lions and the Giants from last night. Now, I've got to be completely honest and say I hate the word choke. I really, like when Greg Norman choked at the US Masters.
They choked, Stoney.
They choked.
4 goals up, TJ, at three-quarter time and 44 points up in the third quarter. You just don't lose from there, but I want to go through it at the plasma, what went wrong for them. But 6 goals to 1 in the last quarter. The Lions knew they had to chase it. They had to go down swinging. The Giants didn't play that way. And we can talk about it, Kane. Is it game style? Is it too taxing? Is it mental? What is it with this team? But they were running on the spot, the Giants, in that last quarter.
Yeah, and then Brisbane just did the... I mean, he's the man. We'll get to him in a moment.
What a goal.
What a finish from that. That was from an insufficient intent free kick. There was 3...
And this one was just as difficult, given what was at stake with the kick.
Yeah, and I think the mark that he's taken there, which we'll show in a minute on Sam Taylor, probably the best defender, is unbelievable. So that's Joey Danaher, and he's the match winner, which we'll get to now. But it was a mixed night, as it often is, for Joe, and there was some good and there was some bad. So this is early in the game where that one doesn't go through and you think, oh, what sort of night's it going to be for Joe? We see the free kick there against... This is the thing with Joe. This one here is ridiculous. Like that one there is just bizarre that he would even think to do that. This is why I think he's never going to be a superstar of the game, but then he stepped up in the biggest of moments. So you just have to go, well done to him for seizing that moment, for wanting that moment.
Well, he's becoming a final specialist.
Well, yeah, Lordo's pointed out his record in finals, which you reckon he's building to be.
Well, I just wonder, is he a superstar?
Is he?
Because I don't think there's too many better forwards in the game than him. Like, I know he makes bad mistakes.
Jeez, I tell you what, hasn't the tide turned here?
Yeah, no, but he's always...
earlier in the year, he was the worst thing going around.
No one's ever said he's the worst thing going around.
He's frustrating.
He's frustrating, he makes a lot of mistakes. But do we have to say he's a, I'm not saying a champion, but he's a wonderful, wonderful footballer.
He was in all Australian conversations, wasn't he, Kane? I mean, you can reveal that now, even though he didn't make the squad, the final cut.
I just think there's a level that has been holding him back, and it's that stuff that we showed there, just the brain fades.
He was just about their best player in the grand final loss last year.
No, and even, so we've spoken about it a lot, but last night you just got to say, if it's not for him, they're not in the prelim final.
We're going to catch up live with Will Ashcroft in the next segment, but there's a lot to talk to Will about, isn't there?
It is, and reputations are built on finals. So we talk about Joe Danaher. We have to talk about this guy who was brilliant against Carlton, but then again last night, with Lachie Neale being down last night, I thought his cleanness, and in particular, have a look at this one, the way he just worked his way through 3 tackles to get the ball to Loam, and he did this sort of stuff all night. Thought he was very good in the first half, but then went to another level in the second half, and I think his touch with the football when he's running forward to find a target, and his brain is absolutely outstanding. I think he's at the top of the tree at the moment in terms of footballers, and he was big again last night, and we'll talk to him. But another big moment happened at the other end. In the last quarter, Brent Daniels, this could have sealed the game. Could have sealed the game. So the free kick is paid, the ball rolls, probably doesn't realise how much pressure he is not under, probably needed to pick it up or go back. He didn't know what the free kick was going to be, but it needed to be a goal. It would have iced the game.
So Matthew Lloyd takes his position at the plasma. How did the Giants do it?
Well, TJ, I think it's over where you can just try and protect the lead. So I think it's maybe the last 2 minutes you can do it. That's about it. Anything longer than that, you don't even waste your time trying to do it because momentum swings are bigger than we've ever seen before. But this is the Giants. So 15 minutes to go. They refused to take the game forward in the last quarter. So this is what they did. And what you're doing in this situation is all you're doing is you're a sitting duck. So the Lions say, this is great, right? They might be chewing 10 seconds here, 10 seconds there, but they are ready just to slingshot whenever they win the ball back. So this just happened pretty much. So that was 15 minutes to go. This is Joey kicks it in. So Taylor marks it. They're out of position, Brisbane, so you must go and look to go. Make it 26 points. Don't try and be happy with 20 points with 10 minutes to go because it's too long. It's too long. You can't hold on to a lead. We've seen it all year long.
When you're watching this?
I'm thinking that they are seeing, because then they're parking the bus. Look at the numbers Giants have got back there, but if the ball keeps coming in, it came in 24 times in the last quarter. So it's too many times. So then suddenly you start to panic because the lead is being eaten in. And then the mistakes that start to happen you start to throw handballs out and errant handballs, so they're coming again. So the only time they wanted to go was when they got behind in this last quarter. So these are the type of moments that things happen. So panic sets in. You start handballing out. They're all flat-footed because they've just been trying to run down the clock the whole time. Look at the intent from Brisbane. You just can't protect leads anymore. So my view in the game now is when you get 44 points up, you got to go 50 points up, then 56 points. You can't do what the Giants have done the last couple of weeks.
And we were talking off air about the comparison between Collingwood when they won the grand final, and they could have tried to sort of like put a cap on it, but they just continued to.
Yeah, so just
surge.
on that, so De Goey kicks a goal and puts them 3 points up. They all looked to Craig McRae and said, do we save the game? He had a sign up say, we need to kick another one to get 9 points up. So that is the modern thinking.
Which led to the side bottom goal.
Which led to the side bottom goal. So I think you cannot protect leads. With the stand rule and the 6-6-6, you can't protect them.
So you mentioned the 44 points. That was sort of got to last night in the third quarter. The previous week against the Swans, they led by 28 points. And then have a look at what they're doing in the last quarters. So collectively now, 3 goals, 3, 4 and 12-6 against. They have ultimately thrown away a genuine crack at a premiership opportunity, this club. And Adam Kingsley, the coach last night, is now left to lament that. This is as shattering a loss and 2-week period as any coach has had.
Yeah, we've just got to improve. We got some feedback today that we weren't good enough, and we got feedback last week, and we're not yet a premiership brand, and we've got to continue to work towards that. Well, the final quarter was the same as really the Swans game, to be fair. You know, we didn't cope with the contest as well as what we would have liked. They capitalised on their opportunities. We didn't really challenge them the other way. You know, we've had those moments across the year, so it's really no surprise. Unfortunately, we haven't really been able to fix it.
It's amazing stuff, really. I mean, to think that you can be 44 points up. So where does this sit in the overall scheme of things with finals comeback?
Well, let's have a look at that now, TJ. It's right up there. So it's second. So you got 1931, 47 Geelong and Carlton. There it is, equal with 1970 grand final, which gets spoken about a lot. That 1993 prelim, Essendon and Adelaide is a famous one as well. And then Western Bulldogs kicked the first 5 goals of that elimination final there in 2022 and lost. So right up there, but to do it 2 weeks in a row and to squander that opportunity that they've had, it's gonna leave some serious mental scars on this group, you would think.
Yeah.
They need to address it like that. So I would almost be calling the group in today or tomorrow and reviewing exactly what went on, so then you can go away in your off-season and have a clear mind of what has gone on. Otherwise, if you don't address it, you wait 10 weeks till you come back to pre-season, those scars just get deeper and deeper. So, yeah, and there's no guarantees you get back there. There isn't.
And what you now need to do is lump in last year as well. Now, they were brilliant last year in the final series, but they lost the preliminary final by a point, and you now package the 2 seasons up. They haven't reached the main game on the back of not being able to seize those moments.
Welcome back. You are watching the Sunday Footy Show. Brisbane Lions fans preparing themselves for a preliminary final on Saturday afternoon at the MCG. This is how they got it done eventually, because it looked like they were packing their bags for the summer, but no, they'll be packing their bags for Melbourne instead. GWS looked to have that match, as we said in the first segment there, just in the bag itself, but it was not to be. A 5-point win to the Brisbane Lions. And joining us live now from the airport is Will Ashcroft. G'day, Will. Thanks for your time.
G'day guys, how's it going?
Yeah, good. So just tell us where you are exactly.
Yeah, we've just jumped off the bus and into the Virgin Lounge and getting ready to fly back to Brisbane, so a few of the boys are around me listening in.
All right, well, just turn your phone around a little bit. Give us an insight into what you're seeing at the moment. Just turn your phone around. Who we got there?
There you go, boys.
Oh, it's all happening in the Virgin Lounge, isn't it? Yeah. All right, the boys are here at your mercy.
Hey, Will, we're going to have a look. We're going to have a look at the last quarter where you kicked the last 6 goals of the game. Talk us through the chat at 3-quarter times. You kicked 5 in the third quarter. They got the last 2, and you felt like the shift was there.
Yeah, we definitely felt a shift in the third quarter, even though it didn't quite show on the scoreboard. Had the belief that knew that if we played our way and really under the contest and won the ground ball battle, that be in a good spot to come back, and we do have to leave everything out there, and a few things had to go away, which they did, and yeah, it was an unbelievable win in the end.
Hey, Will, congratulations. Can you explain to us and the fans at home how momentum shifts happen? Like, you're involved in a lot at the Lions, and so are the GWS Giants. So where does it start, you think, to get the game back on your terms?
Yeah, well, I just mentioned it then. Like, we believe, you know, if we invested our time in the hunt and the contest, that was where the game was going to be won and lost. Once we started getting on top in that area, and we felt that confidence building, that momentum shift, and everything just flows off the back of that. So yeah, if we keep carrying that through, we continue to have that momentum, and hope it didn't shift back in their way, and luckily we could just ride it all the way home.
just the momentum shifts that you speak of, and Lordo mentioned, I thought you were really influential in that. You went inside in particular and had an influence to the back end of the third term, but your numbers last night, your last quarter, 10 in the last quarter, and here's some of your vision, 10 score involvement. So 11 games back now, and I feel like every one of those 11 games you've just built and improved to the point that you're in really good form now.
Yeah, well, that was a plan all the way through, trying to build my form and just didn't get back out playing footy. So, yeah, I've always wanted to play in big finals. We shattered to miss it out last year, and be able to set myself for a big finals campaign. And yeah, grateful to be thrown into the midfield. That's, you know, I'm always wanted to be in the big moments, so grateful to be in there and performing on the big stage.
Lachie Neale said after the game that you said, just get me on the move, hit it to me. You were feeling it?
Yeah, I got belief in myself, and whatever the team needs me to do, I'll do. So, we've got a very selfless group, and I just felt like we were, getting some purchase on those outside hits and just using my speed and getting on the move. I thought I could do some damage, and that's how it's a credit to Lachie and those guys. They're absolute champions of the game, and just putting the faith in me to do what I can do and help me out where I can. It's unbelievable.
You mentioned big moments, Will, and Joe Danaher is putting together an unbelievable finals record. So for everything that's spoken about Joe, he just stood up again. He was massive on grand final day and was massive again last night. How does he just takes it in his stride though, doesn't he, Joey?
Yeah, he doesn't let the public eye or the opinions about him waver. He's so confident in his ability, and we all back him in, and we absolutely love him at the footy club. And when he gets going, he's hard to stop. So, yeah, it was, absolutely awesome to, watch what he was doing last night. Absolutely unbelievable, to be honest. Can't really put into words. So happy for him individually, and, he's a team man.
All right, we're just losing a little bit of contact there. I think we might have re-established that. So, Nathan?
Dane Zorko, Will, is one of my favourite players, but I thought he had a mare for 3 quarters last night, but he didn't let it get the better of him. Last quarter, or late in the third quarter, he kicked a goal, kicked a big quarter in the last, and I thought that he played with some genuine energy after half-time.
Yeah, well, that was something we needed to bring in the second half, I think. We were probably a little bit down on energy and making some silly mistakes and sort of shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit. And he's one to ignite us at times, and he definitely brought that. The game's obviously a 4-quarter game, so it doesn't matter how you go on in the first 2 or 3 quarters, you can turn it around any time, any player. So so grateful to be playing alongside him, and he's an unbelievable teammate.
Well, we've seen some coaches this weekend, this month, lose the emotional side of the game. Your coach has a rule, Chris Fagan, is usually unflappable. How was he last night, and how have you seen and dealt with him this year as he's waded through a few things going on with the Hawthorn racism situation?
Yeah, well, it's been up and down the season for us, and we've had a backs against the wall at a lot of different times, and he's just been so calm, cool, and collected. Us through some times, and I think last night was unbelievable for the footy club. Helped me through, like me personally. I was difficult periods with trying to come back from my knee, and I'm just so grateful that he had the faith in me to bring me back straight through the AFL side for my first game back. That's just shows how much he believes in his players, and he's back all the way through. And now we're glad we could repay him last night with that victory.
All right, good stuff, Will. I know your arm's getting tired, and I think the connection's a little on the dodgy side as well as the interview goes on. But, mate, we've got some fantastic prizes for you. So if you were taking all these home, you'd have excess luggage. What do we got?
Absolutely we do, TJ. Off to Gumbaya World, where water slides through rides and wildlife collide. Watch the Quackers. Unlimited access with a family pass thanks to the team at Gumbaya World. The J-Labs, 1 pair of those mini J-Buds thanks to J-Lab. True wireless and pack over 5 hours of playtime. Clutch & Co. If you're a golfer, you'll be best dressed on the golf course with a quarter zip top and pants from Clutch & Co. And Be Close is Brad Close's brand. So have a chat to him about this weekend. Be close to your swing, your style. A box of Chrome Tour golf balls and cap thanks to our great mates at Callaway. Another 2 hats for your playing group thanks to Travis Matthews right there. The True Linkswear golf shoes are so good that you want to wear them everywhere. Check them out at truelinkswear.com.au. The bar fridge, custom design, your own bar fridge. You can see that there. The pair of Aquilas, premium quality footwear since 1958, if you don't mind. The Cookie Box, Melbourne's finest artisan cookie shop. Treat yourself to a special delivery. Thanks to Cookie Box, a meal with our and Lordo's friends at Platform 28. Lordo,
$11
the best
soup.
pub in Docklands. Tell them that man Lordo sent you. There's the Rick's Eyewear.
Bit of energy, Kane.
RicksEyewear.com.
Yeah, come on, Kane, lift it.
And elevate your wardrobe with the latest street style from St. Delight.
Come on, mate. Put a bit. You're not at Channel 7 yet. Put a bit of life into it,
I couldn't
mate.
have given it any more.
Oh, I think you could have. Anyway, hey, Will, thanks very much, mate, and enjoy those prizes and enjoy the week ahead. I guess you come down on Friday, do you?
I think so, yeah. I haven't seen the schedule yet, but I'd imagine so, yeah.
All right, we'll make the most of the sunshine up north because it's showers and 18 degrees for you on Saturday.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, guys.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you, Will Ashcroft, joining us there from the Virgin Lounge at Sydney Airport, and they will be on a plane again in the not-so-distant future coming down for a prelim. All right.